every time I get in the cockpit and fire up the plane, it's just, that's what energizes me. That's what keeps me going day after day to do this. Not only am I a business owner, but I love to fly. I'm a commercial pilot, and I've been flying seaplanes since, for about 23 years now. And, you know, I've done pretty much everything you can think of in the bush when it comes to flying. To be able to take an aircraft on floats or skis or whatever and access all these beautiful remote lakes that we have here in northern Manitoba is the best feeling you'll ever feel. My plane's like my pickup truck to everybody else. That's how I get around up here. And you know, every time I hop in that thing and fire it up, it's like I've got access to areas of this world that nobody else has. And there's, you know, over 100,000 lakes in Manitoba. I haven't counted, but that's what they say.
Aero 6 transition approved, altimeter 3001, traffic is West Point inbound.
I've crashed 3 times. 3 times.
Stall. 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 Stall.
Too low, terrain. Too low, terrain.
They weren't just like little fender benders. We're talking like some pretty major crashes here. 2 of them mechanical. One was a power line that came right through the windshield of the aircraft. Pretty much almost took my head off. It was pretty intense. The power line came right through the windshield.
Yeah.
Hit the doorpost, right, like it was stretched right across in front of my face.
Jeez, that would be scary. I just see it.
As a matter of fact, in one of my crashes, it actually wasn't a crash. It was a controlled land on skis, but I had a ski come off on me, and I had to land my Beaver with one ski after the aircraft had been extremely damaged by the ski when it came off. It came off the axle, but then it was attached by 2 cables, and it was just banging around out there on the outside of the aircraft and did a whole lot of damage to the aircraft before I was able to land. And that story actually made it into the newspapers, but it also made it into a Canadian bush pilot book that was published, and they put my story about the de Havilland Beaver in the book. And man, that's a tough airplane. It's definitely been my favorite. I've had engine failures on takeoff. I've had just lots of crazy stuff happen. And you know, as a bush pilot, you got to just be able to figure it out and roll with it. And you never know which day or which moment in your flight that something's going to happen where you have to react at a split-second notice to be able to deal with that situation. I don't know. I tried it the first time, and it wouldn't. When I put my fuel to it, it wouldn't ignite. I tried it a second time, same thing. So I'm thinking now I probably have a bunch of fuel in my chamber.
Yeah.
If I light now.
I'll get you to crawl in there.
Yeah, buddy.
Okay, there's 2 doors, 2 windows. Those are your only 2 exits. There's first aid kit, ELT safety equipment in the back there. Your life jackets. In the event that we need to use those, don't pull them until you're outside of the plane.
Yeah.
I think it's like a 5-minute flight. It's pretty short.
Cool, man.
You got any questions?
Why do I have pedals?
What do you want to do in the future?
I don't know. I haven't figured that out yet. I'll see where this, see where it goes with this kind of stuff, I guess.
Right?
Yeah.
How old are you?
21.
21, you're already flying planes around.
Yeah.
That's what people do around here, I guess, eh?
Yeah. Lots of flying around here, yeah.
Well, there's just so much water.
Yeah.
It's hard to drive. I'm sorry, what was the name of the company again?
Wings over Kississing. Yeah.
Cool. Awesome, man.
Pull it onto the dock. Please don't drop that in the water.
Eric, push that wing out if you can. You're going to need a, never mind the camera right now. Okay, my name's Scott Conley. I'm fishing guide here at Baker's Narrows Lodge. Bulletproof. Well, up here in northern Manitoba, I mean, there's over 100,000 lakes, so we are really spoiled when it comes to pristine waters. The only issue with that is a lot of these lakes are completely inaccessible unless you have a means to get in there. I think anyone who comes up here, when you take a fly out and you look out the window of the plane and you just see lakes and lakes just dotted together, small streams interconnecting, and it really is it's a mecca for outdoorsmen or people who just enjoy nature in itself. Yeah, I think it's definitely a big draw having access to those backcountry lakes and the fly-in. It is somewhat of an experience. I know the guests really enjoy that, getting away from the main lake, getting away from the other boats, and experiencing the pristine, no one around, backcountry wilderness experience. And you know, it's the whole package that goes with it. We'll do a shore lunch, we'll go out. The fishing can be incredible in these lakes. Like, again, there's no pressure on them. So obviously the more we learn about these lakes, the better experience we can give to our clients. Planes, sleds, side-by-sides, no portaging, carrying boats through from one lake to another. It definitely makes the experience, it makes it work, but the experience you get in the end is so fulfilling. And I think that's what a lot of people crave when they come up here, is that escape from reality. A little bit more rugged, you know, having to work for your fish. And it's definitely something that we enjoy doing up here.
My name is Tim Krychuk. We got up this morning and we went out on a quadding adventure.
We live in a big playground up here. Honestly, it's just a big playground for outdoor enthusiasts.
See, you know, at one point we crossed a little river, you know, not really a creek. It was almost, you know, shallow river size. That was nice because you look to the one end of it, almost a small little waterfall coming, you know, there too. The smell of fish was in the air, even crossing that this morning. I think, ooh, there must be lots of fish back in where we're going. You can literally smell fish as we drove through honest to God, you could smell fish in the air as we quadded through that creek crossing.
So there's a huge polar difference in fishing this area in the summertime as compared to the winter time. We're talking, you know, an 80-degree temperature difference at times, anywhere from, you know, minus 45 to plus 35. So obviously techniques change. Just try to keep it pinned. Don't want to take it off. I need to be quick with the net though.
He's in there.
It's a huge walleye. Super skinny, but just I mean, look at the gold on that fish. It's just unbelievable. Beautiful, beautiful fish. Giant. I'm gonna come around this side so you can see my beer. Yeah. I'm just going to get a quick measurement on this just because.
29.
29.
29. 29 and a half. Quarter.
So yeah, these are shield walleye. They're super dark. The Lake Winnipeg walleyes tend to be more silver with greenbacks. These are what we call a goldback. Wonderful fish. Just going to get it back in. Oh, it's very dull. I knew we were going to get one. That's good. I've caught 2 walleye on this trip, both of them being masters. I'm not going to catch a lot, but we're where the big ones are at, so all good. One summer I came up and I met these 2 young kids from down south who were up guiding on school holidays, and kind of got to know them, and one of the boys turned out to be Mr. Mac Mulligan, and I took to the guy right away. He's definitely got a gift when it comes to figuring out bodies of water, being able to actively target fish, and really, you know, set a standard as a lead guide here at the lodge.
Big fat hog, right there. Big white one, big fatty. Big fatty. These are all smaller fish. That's the jumbo. Gotta get him.
He works tirelessly, and you only have to look at him on the boat, even from afar when he's got guests. The guy is a machine.
My main goal is for any client that comes on my boat is to get them comfortable holding a rod, comfortable reeling in fish, and most importantly, get each person on board at least a fish throughout the day. And then we can kind of start focusing on bigger fish, species, whatever else comes throughout the day. Into the basket. We're not starving!
That's a nice one. It's got some meat on his bones.
It's not ugly. I'd say shore lunch is honestly a very sought after thing. I think a lot of clients that come up, especially clients come up over the border, they usually are very keen on having that shore lunch just because it's something new. It's something they might have heard their grandparents doing or their family doing. A lot of them, like their late family. So it's a memory that they can cherish, that they can say, I did this and my great grandpa did and my grandpa did that after. You know, it's one of those things that you can just carry down the tradition.
And it's also a really good time as a guide to sit down, eat a meal with these guys, find out a little bit of their backstory, share fishing stories, and obviously, you know, educate them a little bit more about this area, about the lake, about fishing techniques. Right here.
If you guys want to come up, grab some fish and beans and potatoes.
It's really nice when you can bring guests out, you know, maybe father and son, multiple generations of family. As I said, the clients really seem to enjoy that, and it's something that I really enjoy as a guide, is that personal interaction and that break from when you're switched on guiding to be able to sit down with your guests and relax and really have some fun. We'll let them go and feed up. Come back in 70 years and they'll be giant. Yeah, these fish are kind of stacked up right now. If you See on the graph there, they're just loaded up, so we are tube jigs, fast moving, just charging it through the column, and these guys are thumping it. Talk about that. Oh, the mental aspect of it.
Long days, like you say.
Yeah, it's long days. I think, and like, are we better to move around? Are we better to go looking for, if we're trophy hunting, are we going to look for these big fish, or are we going to sit in the areas where we know these fish will be coming through?
Like, definitely being up here, you get exposed to some awesome fishing opportunities, and you definitely take them for granted a lot of times. Like you'll see, like me and Scott that one night there, we were catching a lot of fish. To us, that's not exactly what we're after. Like, we're trophy hunters. We enjoy that chase, that pursuit of that bigger fish, that trophy caliber animal. So we're like, our eyes are just crossed and trying to get that goal, that bigger fish. And so we got to wean through a bunch of small ones on the way to that goal. We do it, whatever, but we're focused on that big fish for sure, 9 times out of 10. Like I said, I think it's just because we're exposed to it, right? And you got to keep that in mind while guiding too. It's like,
catching fish all day is like super fun. For me and Mac, it was disappointing because we were looking for a particular size of fish. But that's all part of the fun. You probably see on some of this footage of me and Mac were like having a go at each other and kind of ribbing each other a little bit. And I think that's all part of the game up here as well, is if you can't take a little bit of a ribbon, then you're not going to last 2 minutes.
that's like a PB for you, hey?
Yeah, drinks are on me tonight, lads. Just winched in, man. Just winched.
Dude, treat every fish like it could be big. So you always set the hook hard and winch that sucker in quick. So you never know when the next hook set is going to be the one.
That's a little bit bigger. We'll start working through the smaller ones. And watch Mac smash just a giant.
Hog. Dude, I'm just holding out for the hog. Holding out
He's
for the
holding
hog.
it for a big one. Look into coming up, like come visit this area. Let us show you around, let us take you on these trips, a little bit of exploration.